Is I don't wanna stop. Oh, fired up, I'm gonna go till I drop. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, today what I wanted to talk about is, outside of addressing the FUD, I told my good friend Raymond Butch Tan that I would address the issue real quick about a bunch of other of these YouTubers calling it a scam, and I promise the last time I've talked about it like 8 times already, calling Earth 2 a scam. And the first thing I'll say is the terms and conditions. That's what he wanted me to go over. That's what a bunch of other people wanted me to go over. I feel like I'm just a little bit piggybacking on Guidebook Gaming, who had also just gone over this, basically showing Twitter, Instagram, pretty much every social media site or everything that you could put money into, saying the exact same thing that Earth 2 had on their terms and conditions, basically just saying, hey, we're not liable for anything, you can't sue us for anything, blah 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 blah, and that's it. I'm not worried, because that's what everyone does nowadays, just to kind of cover their butts. And also, you could either choose to distrust people, or you could choose to trust them. As far as the Earth 2 developers go, I'm choosing to trust them. Like I said, what made me very successful in the high-risk lending business was being able to decipher which deals were good and which deals were bad. Yes, a lot of times they were on financials, but you couldn't see black swan events coming. You couldn't see, right now we've already seen the developers literally go through hell, like hell, and they're going through it with, I wish I had half the determination that these guys had, because they're doing a lot of this, they're getting a lot of flack, and the company's making money, but if I had to do it all over again, I would maybe sell some of my Tesla in order to put more into Earth 2 than just the $10,000-$12,000 that I put in already. That's my conviction level. Now, as far as this new subject going, as far as a new revenue stream for Earth 2, and I'll get to Veve and Omi in a second, but a new revenue stream for Earth 2 would be, okay, NFTs. NFTs, we've all heard about these last couple months. If you haven't, they're non-fungible tokens. One is not equal to the other. Bitcoin, one Bitcoin is equal to one Bitcoin. NFTs, one non-fungible token is not equal to another non-fungible token, even though they look exactly the same. You've seen this already with NBA Top Shot, where people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on moments from basically the NBA, and a lot of these complaints that you see about Earth 2 are, you're basically buying Google Tiles, you're buying Google Maps, you're buying, okay, well, in NBA Top Shot, you're buying moments that you could view for free on YouTube. It's the same exact thing, but why NFTs are very important to Earth 2 is because I believe, again, not confirmed, this is just speculation, that when you have a property in Phase 2 and Phase 3, because it obviously has not happened in Phase 1, when you sell that property, you sell it for a certain amount. But when that property gets sold again, I believe that you will get a small percent kickback, maybe 1% or something like that. Why do I believe that? Because of what's happening with Veve collectibles, what's happening with art, what's happening with NFTs in general, is that nowadays artists, like let's say Banksy, paints something and he sells it. Okay, he gets, let's say, $50,000, $80,000, $100,000, whatever he got. He gets $100,000 from that painting. If it sells again 6 months later for $500,000, now that NFT, because that's attached to him as the original owner, he's going to get a piece of that. Artists have never been able to do that before. You get someone, let's say me, I make a Slytherin house piece of painting for someone, and I sell it to them for $100. They resell that for $10,000. Back in the day, I get doo-doo out of that. I get nothing out of that. But now, because of the NFT, because of the smart contract, everything that's in there, you're going to be able to tell who owned it originally. They're going to be able to get something for it. That's why artists are flocking to Veve collectibles. That's why Ron English is doing that with his collectibles, and why you saw David Yu today on live stream with a Banksy book in the background. They've already made it clear that they have a reason to take these big name artists and make NFTs out of their original works. If they're going to do that with Ron English, they could definitely do that with Banksy as well. Now, how does that affect Earth 2? If Earth 2 has a property and you're the original owner, you made that property what it is, and you sell that, yes, you're going to get the original money that you originally sell it for. But I believe that there could be a clause in there that is going to say, hey, if that sells again for 10x of what you sold it for, you can get 1% of that. Again, this is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but that does make me want to put more money in just on that potential that that'll happen. And even if that doesn't happen, I do think that pictures taken inside of Earth 2, again, where they have photo finishes of big races or competitions that we're doing, that's something that I believe can be worth, again, another tens of millions, $100 million idea. So outside of that, Veve Collectibles, why I mentioned NFTs and Banksy. For those of you that don't know, Banksy is one of the first prominent artists to paint a giant painting that would sell for $80,000, $100,000, $1 million, whatever, and burn it because he made it into an NFT. So Banksy already has shown his willingness to make his art NFTs, and David Yoon today in a live stream had a book by Banksy in the background, something that was probably planned, something that I'm almost 100% certain, I would bet money that that was planned. So I think Banksy announcement will be coming soon. That might be the 12 out of 10 announcement that the Veve and Akomi team were talking about. It's either that, it's either Pokemon, I don't know. So I am going to go and answer everyone's questions because I've been babbling on for 6 minutes. Let's see what we got here. Quad Shoto. Oh, King Julian. What's going on, everybody? Grandmaster Mawile says, thoughts on our planet and alien world? Any possible parallels to Earth 2? I'm not sure what our planet or alien world is. I have seen another emergence of Meta Earth. It's called MetaEarth.io, where it's similar to After Earth, where it looks the same. It's a 1-to-1 scale of Earth, and you can buy tiles, and you don't know who the developers are yet. They'll come at some point. The game is registered in Singapore, so that's something. Again, it's just something to look out for. Again, you don't know who the devs are. You just know where it's created. It was created in Singapore, and that's it. I just want to report on something that I've seen come through the grapevine. I haven't put any money into it. I'm just watching it closely, and I'll keep you guys posted. Dennis, what's up? How's it going? Wes says, been hearing the Omi burn is going to get insane after they advertise during Comic-Con with all the new users. Yes, for those of you that do not know, I'm a very, very big nerd. I cosplay. I think I was on Guidebook Gaming's stream as Deadpool at one point. It was really crazy. But I love cosplay. I've been trying to get my girlfriend to go to a Comic-Con with me. It hasn't happened because there's been a pandemic, but I've gone to every single major Comic-Con out there. New York Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, Dragon Con, and everything in between. San Diego and New York Comic-Con are always 1 and 2. They are number 1 and number 2 every single year. It's like Tesla and SpaceX being able to they're the number 1 and 2 companies every year that new engineers want to go towards. That's what San Diego and New York Comic-Con is. Now, Akomi and the Veve app, we were invited to San Diego Comic-Con. It takes place in July, so next month. And as that happens, they're going to have some exclusive content there. Now, it's all virtual, so it's not something that there's going to be people there with their phones. It's going to be virtual, so I don't know exactly the main traffic that it's going to get. But again, us nerds, we're going to try to get any single piece of it that we can. Really what you're losing, not being there in person, is the wannabe booth babes, the girls that dress in scantily outfits in order to try to get contracted to promote a game or promote a booth, whatever have you. So they're probably not going to be the ones online like geeking out. But the good thing about that is that that's usually not where a lot of money is. A lot of the money really goes to collectors. Like, that's a good part of the reason to go to Comic-Con. Me, I go for drinking, to hang out with friends, and just have a great time. But a lot of people that go there, that I know specifically go there for the unique collectibles. You can only get the San Diego Comic-Con. You can only get this New York Comic-Con. I have a Vegeta jacket that you can only get at New York Comic-Con. So if there's collectibles that you're only going to get at San Diego Comic-Con from Veve, that is something, I think that Omi burn will be absolutely insane. It will be over 9,000. And especially people are going to be jonesing to buy because there's no drop this week. Brian Flint saying, get that bread. Holders, this is exactly what Earth 2 needs, and there will be a swarm of this now. Yeah, I agree 100%. Again, I just got off of Guidebook Gaming stream. I didn't have a guest appearance on it. I was just there saying hi to everyone. And smooches, if you're here, I asked her to prom, and she said yes. Now I got to find a prom to crash and bring her with me somehow. I don't even know if she's in the U.S. in this country. And King Tech. All right, so me and King Tech Ops were talking very briefly about Bitcoin and how, like, he was asking how long did it take Bitcoin to become a legitimate thing that people trusted. And I've talked about this many, many times on my Bitcoin playlist, on my altcoin playlist, and just in general on here. There are many people that are taking Bitcoin and they are just trashing it. For the most part, it's CNBC, NBCU, pretty much anything that's owned by Comcast, and a bunch of other people that want to drive the price down so they could get in a lot cheaper. And the same way that they're doing that to cause that big crash in Bitcoin, it is going to rebound with a vengeance, and you're going to see all these altcoins that took a 50-80% hit rebound as well, but in even greater numbers. And that's going to be something I'm definitely looking forward to. I don't have 8 million yet. I have 7 million. I'll have the other million by tomorrow night, guaranteed. I know I said that last night, but tomorrow night, guaranteed. HG Rock Online says, meow, meow, say hi to Dashi. Oh, of course, HG Rock, of course. Dashi spelled with a Y. I don't know. When I put captions on, Dashi spelled with an I. I don't know why. Hey, what's up, Roby1 Kenobi and Vittoria Jean Pascal saying meow, meow. Brian Flynn says, E2 drama has only just begun if you think about the social media now. When this gets more interactive, then the monopoly of it all really starts kicking off. Then we stick together, pioneers. Yeah, I agree 100%. This is just the beginning. Again, we've seen this with Bitcoin, saying like, yeah, that's a scam. It's a scam. Same thing with NBA Top Shot at first. A bunch of hit pieces on NBA Top Shot came out saying like, so what are these virtual moments? Nothing. It is a pyramid scheme. It is a scam. The only value that you have on these NFTs and Top Shots, again, paraphrasing from the video, is saying that you're only going to buy it just so you can resell it at a higher price. And then the same arguments that we've seen for the people that are calling Earth 2 a scam is saying that you're only buying it just to sell it at a bigger price. That's what you do with life. That's what you do with houses, cars, well, not really cars, but old school cars, yes. Houses, collectibles, stocks, what have you. Pokemon cards. That's what you do. Earth2 Fake News says, what's up, Randy? How's it going? Hey, Venice. Call me Chavez Cat. Earth2 Fake News says, did you already buy our NFT card? I did not realize Earth2 Fake News was a part of the Earth2 trading cards, but that is interesting. I have not yet. Brian Flynn says, P.S. I'm going to need to buy gold and other resources right away because I don't have any. I'm talking on Earth2 because I don't know which ones. I mean, I'm pretty sure out of my 20,000 tiles, I'm going to have some gold. Now, out of those 20-something thousand tiles, over 7,000 of which are in Antarctica. The rest are in Brazil, South Africa, India, and scattered all around. It will worth million. Oh, you two fake news. I get what you're saying. And we got that oil. I do have a couple hundred tiles in Abu Dhabi. Thank you guys for 10 likes, or wherever, somewhere in the Middle East. Brian Flynn says, looking for coal. Anybody got some? I don't know where I would have coal. What do you say about this scam? How much money did you do with your NFT cards? My NFT cards, I have number 2, 3, 5 through 10 of mine. Number 11 went to King Tech Ops. Number 4 went to Predict, and number 1 went to Wraithax. Wraithax is a big collector of mine. He's also a big Patreon supporter of mine, and a big Daddy Wraithax. I gave him that one just as a courtesy for supporting me a lot. And then I have like numbers 12 through 39, I believe. But I haven't actually sold any of my NFTs. I have one on the market, number 40. I put it like $1,000, just because I don't want anyone. If they buy it, I have to give it to them. But that's that's that. Brian Flynn says, I can't wait to be scammed because then we at least get to be part of the biggest scam ever. You crazy, Brian Flynn. John Doe says, I wonder what the devs are going to do to that e-dollars that will make it more valuable for people holding it. My theory on that, John Doe, is that the e-dollars is their stable coin. That's always going to be $1, and then they're going to have, I think, a crypto on top of that. Or whatever Essence might have a value. Again, I think the e-dollars will be their stable coin. I don't think that will change. I think that's just always going to be 1-to-1. and then they're going to have something else like resources or essence or crypto that's going to be worth whatever that's worth as well. Brian Flint says, take my money. Earth2 Fake News says, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but you are. Do you have a document to prove that? Yeah, I mean, I could probably get an article. I mean, nothing that I'd probably show on here, but yeah, probably break down ownership, articles of incorporation, all that. I could definitely do that. I actually showed my tax return on here one day, so go in my old videos and find that. I have no idea which one it is or which ones they are because I've shown that multiple times. Brian Flint said it'll be all over the news. Earth2 just took my money and left. Believe me, I think Matt Box would find him. Aha. Yeah, if it was a scam, it would probably be newsworthy. It would probably be something that... I mean, I do have a couple contacts that I probably could make it... If it was big enough, I wouldn't waste their... I have a favor that I could pull. I probably have a couple favors that I could pull to make it so that something does get to be national news. But it's a card that I can only play once. And even if this was a scam and this took $100,000 from me, I don't think I could, because again, that is more meant for like, oh, here's like a human trafficking ring. Here's for again. But if it was, I guarantee you somebody would report it to a bunch of local news stations, and then through social media, then it would make its way probably to national news, somewhere along those lines. So I guarantee that would happen eventually if this was, which again, it's not. So I'm not tripping. R2 Fake News. What do you say about always the same picture video that Shane always shows us in other perspectives? You mean the Austria? Because in Austria, that looks like where all of the videos come from and the pictures and all that. Austria is a very, very beautiful country. Vienna is one of my favorite cities in the world. I've been there maybe about, I don't know. I've only been there maybe about 5, 8, 10 times, somewhere along that. You know, I can count them on both hands. I'll be there next year. I love it. Austria's great. That's where Sound of Music was. I don't know if Heidi was in there also, but yeah. Maxwell Cook says, what's a nerd? We're all nerds, Maxwell Cook. All right, only 9 minutes behind. R2 Fake News says, you already got vaccinated? Pfizer rules? I have not. I have the antibodies. I have immunity, so I'm going to wait until... I mean, right now, there's really no sense in trying to get one because I already have that. Also, if I do take an appointment slot, I feel like I'm taking away from somebody else that does need that. And at the same time, I'm young and healthy, so I don't really need that. Again, I have the antibodies, so I'm good on the vaccine for now. Vittoria Jean Pascal says, in the past, Banksy and Andy Warhol appeared on the Veve Medium blog in the license list. Then they removed it. So not officially announced, but it's a nice clue. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. The fact that has happened for Banksy and Andy Warhol, that makes me even more positive. Again, I was pretty positive about Banksy because of what David Yu's hint was. But Andy Warhol, I didn't know that either. That's great. So I'm even more obsessed. Brian Flint says, hard to hide from satellites. It is. Paul Archer said, a lot of people are thinking E2 came out of nowhere because they're just hearing about it, not realizing that it's been building this whole time. Yeah, that's the other thing, Paul Archer. A lot of people that... I'm surprised they've missed it. It's been very... well, it's been big in art because that's all we talk about here. But outside of that, it's been not just big in a little bit of the gaming community and Twitch and everything, but I've shared this, and I've had other people come, hey, have you heard of Earth2? That I never told about, that don't watch my videos. They're parasites. They're just like, they only message me when they want to know the value of something and if they should invest. Like, come on, guys. But yeah, they said, have you heard of Earth2? And they came to that independently. So clearly there's other people talking about it out there. Clearly it's not just me. What is going on with my telefono? All right, there we go. A little bit better. Oh, you can see more dashy now. No such thing as a fresh 10-cent tile. I mean, not right now. When they open a new country, sure. Vandalins Cammy says, oh, why no drop this week? They said they had to work, I think it was on the marketplace, or they had to work on something to where there's no drop this week, but we'll have a nice drop next week. I don't know what it'll be, but I'm very, very excited about it. John Doe says, where is the next Comic-Con, San Diego or New York? The next big one is in San Diego. San Diego's always July every year, and New York is always October of every year. Dragon Con is always in August. Dragon Con's in Labor Day weekend, so sometimes it gets August, sometimes it gets September, sometimes it gets both. Dragon Con's always Labor Day weekend. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I cannot go to Dragon Con this year, just because one, I'm very out of shape. I'm not in Bane shape right now. I'm too skinny to be Bane, and I'm too fat to be Deadpool and Crow and all that, or the Brown Wolverine. Also, I hurt my shoulder, so I haven't been in the gym in a little bit. So yeah, that's why. Xbox Tema says, "Hello, Randy. How you doing today? What do you think of what some says about E2 is the new Bitcoin? Crazy theory." So there was actually on the FAQ that E2 had put out. I don't know if it's still there anymore. They said, like, is this a new Bitcoin? Is it attached to Bitcoin? The devs have never compared themselves to Bitcoin. They don't have plans for it, as far as I know, to have. They might have Bitcoin to accept payments on their platform. Those that don't know, Apple Pay is not, you can now use cryptocurrency on Apple Pay. So I think Earth 2 would behoove Earth 2 to accept crypto as forms of payments and form of withdrawals and all that. And just if you're going to convert dollars to crypto, they should be able to take a small fee from that, as does Coinbase, as does Cash App, as does everything else. Smooches, East Coast. Oh, Smooches, you're on the East Coast. How far behind was that? All right, 11 minutes behind, but Smooches, I'm in New York right now. I'm going to Florida next year. I will find a prom for us to crash. I have friends that have kids. We will get ourselves invited to that prom. Yeah, that'd be great. R2 Fake News says, "We know, we love you." Oh, thanks. Oh, you too, Smooches. Love you too, Earth2 Fake News. Randy, can you send us some free t-shirts? Well, not some free t-shirts, but a link to my merch store down below. I actually have 2 merch stores, both down below. So if you want some actual t-shirts, you can go there. Earth2 Wizard says, "What up?" Earth2 Fake News says, "Ozzy, perfect timing." Oh, did you listen to my Ozzy Osbourne song before? Yes. Magatron, you heard, says, "Bitcoin nowadays can give you status. One day E2 will give you status." Yeah, a lot of people that got. I'm so jealous of people that got in Bitcoin. I had the chance, 2014, to get in, $500 a coin. I did not. That was in my younger years, though. I was not the savvy financial advisor that I am now. Not financial advice. Randy's telling a story. Little Fly said, "Where is the game? I made a game." So Earth2 Wizard, did Little Fly say that you made a game? I still can't believe he had like the gall to say, like, "What is the game? I don't understand it," and then claim to know everything. Like, you can't say I don't understand something and then claim to know something in the same breath. Pick one or the other. It doesn't work. Too confused for Oz. Spend too much time with the big combo. Oh, the bowl combo. I love him. I love how you nicknamed him the bomb combo, though. That's great. Randy, please. We have more NFT than you. You very well might. I don't have that many. I have a lot made of me, which is very flattering. That's like one of like the greatest things I could think of is to have that. People make art of me. That's really humbling. Well, it's not humbling. That definitely gives. It's really flattering. I love that. John Doe says, "Fire Island Party was the biggest scam." I think you mean Fry Party? Yeah, that was definitely a big scam. Fire Island Party, though, Smooches might know if she's in New York. Fire Island is one of the funnest islands. Like, it is basically everyone goes and they drink and they have a great time. But there's a couple different parts to Fire Island. There's like I know of at least I've been to 2. Like, there's like the kind of party part, there's the gay part, and I think there's a hoity-toity part that what's the name from Mean Girls and God, Tina Fey. Tina Fey lives on Fire Island. But definitely like the hoity-toity part, not on the party part, not on the gay part. Earth2 Fake News says, "If you could, Randy, what would you say to Fry Scam?" I would just tell him that, like, listen, I respect your capitalistic venture of making a living. Does it happen to be by calling things scams on YouTube when maybe not everything you call a scam is a scam? I wish he would have care in how he presents certain things, because that is costing people money. Like, because there are some people that either look up to him, and again, 200,000 subscribers. there's definitely people that will just take his word as gospel. And what he says is a scam, they'll just think is a scam. And when he does stuff like this, that is, they could go and invest in this. I think that is doing those people a disservice. Where for me, I tell you guys exactly what I'm doing. I go on both sides of everything, whether it's After Earth or VPark or just Meta Earth or pretty much any of these things, or even a lot of the altcoins that you guys tell me to research, which takes hours upon hours to do, but I do it for the love of you guys. And I say whether I would or would not invest in it, just myself. But for Big Fry or Little Fry, whatever you guys call them, I would say have care how you present yourself, because also a lot of those things are probably going to age very, very badly. Maybe he does all of this because he sees, the ends more than justify the means. Like, let's say he has a family that he uses this to, let's say he has a sick relative and he uses the money he makes from YouTube to pay for that sick relative's health care. And okay, I can understand why he may or may not do certain things, but I'd really definitely take a inward look at himself, and just try to be someone that other people can count on and not just do what's good for him. So that'd be my message. Junior Sanchez, hey, what's up, Randy? Made it to your live chat this time. Just got home from work. Junior Sanchez, oh yeah, listen to while you're home from work. Thank you so much. John Doe says, Vienna hosts ballroom dances every season. Vienna, I cannot express to you how much I love that city. I like it more than New York sometimes. No, I don't think I could live there. One, because not everybody speaks English, and I know a little bit of Spanish and even less Russian, but my German is non-existent. I don't know any German. I did debate about actually going to live there. I debated about, okay, let me take a year. I'll learn some basic German. I can go there, maybe open up like a boxing gym, or because they want business owners. Open up whatever I could open. But then at the end of the day, I was like, nah, I can't do it. I like the U.S. too much. Or Two Fake News says, please, Randy, call us when you come to Europe. Yeah, where are you in Europe? Or Two Fake News? I'll be there next year. Can't wait. Toad Alley Awesome says, hey, Randy, if you could have one superpower, what will yours be? Toad Alley said, mine will be teleporting, much easier and faster. One superpower, probably what Domino has in the Marvel comics. It would be to change statistics. It's luck. It's basically saying like, oh, what is the probability that this gun that's pointing to my head, that it will misfire, that it will jam, and then they create that probability in their head. I go to a casino once a month and just clean house. That's pretty much what I would do. The gambling this weekend did not go well, although I did not get a chance to actually play any blackjack, so that's why. But that'd probably be my superpower, to change probability and statistics. Justin Bowduin says, the country of Azerbaijan on E2 has been blowing up. I made almost $2.50 in land income tax the past 2 days on only 64 tiles. Wow. Azerbaijan be the new South Korea, though. South Korea has been blowing up for a while, too, as I guess is Azerbaijan. So yeah, good for them. Good for you. Imagine if you had 640 tiles, then you would have $25. If you had 6,400 tiles, you'd have $250, which is nice. Smooches says, oh, prom. Yes, 100% Smooches. I'm going to take you to the prom is the last thing I do. Or Two Fake News says, you so lucky, Smooches. Or Two Fake News says, if you could choose, Randy, MJ or Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, 100%. MJ doesn't do anything for me. Vidor Jean Pascal says, I think it would not be really important if Earth 2 wouldn't generate any revenue. To me, buying tiles is like a crowdfunding campaign in order to make this game happen. That's essentially what happened. They crowdfunded the game with us, which is great. So instead of getting a piece of the company, we are getting a piece. We're getting big pieces of the game. And again, they're going to split ad revenue with us. They're going to split gameplay, foot traffic, and all that, and even in-app purchases, which again they'll probably take a small percentage of. Those in-app purchases that we make, that we're selling stuff on Etsy or skins or whatever, we're probably going to get the bulk of that. Where we won't get the bulk of is ad revenue. That's probably what we won't do, or even stuff that they do. Let's say if they have a tournament that, like a PvP, a giant PvP, and it costs $1 to enter. One, that's let's say if it's $1 to enter, 100 people can enter, and the winner gets $80, and the second place person gets $15, and the E2 gets $5 from that. They're going to be putting those on 24/7. And what I said, but one thing is that when I find a couple of kids that are just absolutely fantastic and just animal murderers at PvP, I'm going to sponsor the hell out of those kids, and we would split everything. Oh, you want to go in this $100 tournament and you won the last 3? Yep, you're covered, kid. You go play. We split the money. We split the difference. Yeah, I'll totally do that. Just that's what I'll do. I'll be on the lookout for kids that are just animals, that snipers, reflexes that are just can't beat. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it has been 30 minutes, so time for my 30-minute shout out. This one goes out to Smooches. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me, I beg, I'll remember. Oh yeah, Smooches, that was for you. Adele. E2 Fake News says, did you see Thomas Room? What do you think? We are everywhere in Europe now, Switzerland. Thomas Room? I have not. If you're in Switzerland now, I do have a buddy there that's in... Where the heck is he? He's actually in the military right now. But he's in St. Gallen. St. Gallen is where he resides at. That's where his family's at. But again, he's in the military right now, so he might be all over. Let me know where you are in relation to St. Gallen. Alfred Montaner says, hey, Randy, I began selling my E2 position because of the lack of progress in the game and withdrawal times. That's not something that I would have done. Again, this is this is also a long-term hold for me. If you were let's say E2 the boss, where they went in, put in 50,000, cleaned house, netted 66,000 because he withdrew 116,000. Yeah, that's a nice short-term, $50,000 gain in a couple of months. That's not bad. I don't. Now is a buyer's market where you can buy tiles for 85% off if you're in Australia, New York, wherever. And even places that aren't even that much, places that are 70 cents, 80 cents right now, like Tonga, Libya, Honduras, St. Vincent. You can go into the marketplace and you can go on and you can be able to get those tiles for 35, 36, 37 cents. That's bananas. I would not sell that. That would be, if you were my client, I would slap you across it. No, I talk to my clients listen, don't be dumb. Don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Don't be, trying to do this and that when you can do this. Whether it's ego or whatever, I'd say let it go, because you could be robbing yourself out of, depending how much you put in, 10x, 20x, 100x. Again, the game hasn't even started yet. So, but by all means, if you put in, let's say $1,000 and you're able to withdraw, $8,000, okay, yeah, 8x your money. You go in, you made $7,000 a couple months, something you're gonna have to pay taxes on, but yeah, that's short-term capital gains. But yeah, that's something you could do. Either way, Alfred Montaner, I do wish you the best. I hope that you get your money very quickly, which now supposedly is just 24 to 48 hours according to the devs, and I hope you don't have any regrets. I hope the money goes to something very nice for you or your family or whatever it is, gives you peace of mind. We'll always be here. Let me know if you need anything. John Doe says, I live in Thailand just because of the street food. So I had a buddy of mine go to Thailand a few years ago. Went for he was supposed to go for a month or two. We just wanted to really get into learning how to do Muay Thai, and he wound up staying there. He just lives there now because it's $600 for rent, food, gym membership, just a month. That's it. That's it. Oh my God, I can't even. $600 a month. That's so cheap. That is so. Again, coming from New York where I am, $600 a month to live a pretty good lifestyle where he's living. Very, very jealous. Earth2 Review says, playing Pokemon with PvP kids. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, Smooches, give me that hearty face. Says, I've got to go adult. Have a fantastic night. You too, Smooches. I love you. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Alfred Montanero says, I'm going to use my E2 sales and invest in OMI. Well, that's a horse of a different color. OMI, which is already attached to one of the greatest things, I believe, one of the most disruptive industries in the world right now that nobody knows is coming. There is maybe, I can count on one hand the amount of people with I don't even want to say whales, like a little bit of clout that knows it's coming. You have the CEO of Binance. You have Gary Vee. You have Elon Musk, which is pretty closeted about this at the moment. But he's definitely, he knows which way the tide's turning. He's very intelligent. I would say those three people right there are at the forefront of NFTs. Logan Paul would probably be another. But yeah, these people, and maybe I would maybe a big YouTuber or something. I don't know, but there's not too many people right now that know, and the dominoes will fall. And where the chips land, if you have a lot in that disruptive industry, you're probably going to be worth a lot of money. I see that's something that I know I'm going to be a millionaire. Like it's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. Will it be this year? If OMI goes to 10 cents, then I am a millionaire. Not that I would cash out with that, and it's not just with OMI. I would have, if it goes to 10 cents, let's say I'd have, if I don't put any more money in after tomorrow's trade goes through, it'd be about $800,000. Yeah, because I'd have 8 million. So, but that's by the end of the year, and that's what I expect to go to. That's my base case, not including when it'll be $1. I think mid 2020s. Yeah, I think that's one of the best investments people can make right now. People are sleeping on it. People are still sleeping on Tesla. So yeah, they're definitely sleeping on this. You're basically getting into the Tesla of collectibles. Yeah. R2 Fake News says, Zurich, everything is next to everything. Okay. How does GBG pay you? Guidebook Gaming? They don't pay me. They are just a fellow content creator, and we shout each other out because we respect each other's work. We love each other. Although they did one time come in and make a couple times. One time they made a massive super chat. The other time it was, but they come on and do that every once in a while, and I'll go on their channel. I'll gift out subs, or I cheered before. I cheered before asking out smooches. That was great. And they were laughing like, oh, he's shooting his shot. But no, there's no like contract saying like, oh, mention me, I'll give you this. Mention me. No, there's no contracts like that. Dennis says, I just ordered Oculus Quest all-in-one, Chavez. Do you know anything about? Yeah, actually, I know that Dana White, president of UFC, he recommends the boxing game on there. I've actually used it before. There's actually a picture in one of my live streams or one of my videos over the last month or so with me actually in Kuwait using an Oculus, or was that a Rift or whatever it was. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that is people love. Anyone that has it, I know they love it. Like nobody I know regrets their purchase of that Oculus. And again, thank Facebook for being at the helm right now on working on virtual reality and working so that the costs go down so that we can broaden our audience to a bigger, broader spectrum. Because we get people that's a little bit poorer, get on there, they realize they can make money. They're going to tell their other, like, again, you can average based on your 5 friends that you have close, that you hang out with most, the average of their income is most likely your income. So if you take, again, people that, let's say, that are just on the precipice of being able to afford that Oculus Rift, if Facebook can get it down a little bit more, they can now afford it, and they can realize that, oh, on Earth 2, there's people that are going to give us money for things that we can go and just play for free, and then we can go and get money. They're going to tell their friends about it, and that's going to be, that's going to be it. It's going to be over for everyone else. Vittori Jean Pascal says, at John Doe, John, do we are neighbors? I live in, Vittori lives in Cambodia. Junior Sanchez says, what day this month do you think we might possibly get that new exchange for OMI? I was hoping it was going to be May. I don't know which day this month. It might make some poetic sense to have it on the equinox. I'm sorry, not the equinox, the summer solstice, June 21st. I'm actually not 100% sure when that day is. It's Thursday, something like that. No, again, I don't know. Whenever 20, they might be then, but that's just a wild speculation guess. I'm not actually sure. Um, E2 fake news is if you get a millionaire, can you buy me a car? Tesla, do it. Well, E2 fake news says Guidebook Gaming is ripping you. What do you mean they're ripping me? They don't. I don't know. I think that sounds negative, but they're always positive of me. Um, and millionaire, can you buy me a car? Tesla did it. So on Guidebook Gaming, actually, I have told them that when Earth 2 makes me $1 million, and it will, I believe, I will do a 5-figure giveaway. That's a minimum of $10,000 on Earth 2. I will do a 5-figure giveaway on Earth 2 on Guidebook Gaming stream. So the link is down below. Again, that's going to be probably a couple of years from now, most likely. But yeah, so look out for that. Medicine says nice. Earth 2 Wizard says, I got Oculus Quest 2 days ago and I love it. You see what I mean? Everyone that buys it loves it. Kelvin Gui says, Randy, you are someone who is true to the heart. Oh, thanks, Kelvin Gui. And congratulations on winning that giveaway from Guidebook Gaming on their stream. Congrats. And thank you for that compliment. Medicine says, sweet. Earth 2 Wizard says, so good. Earth 2 Fake News says, Oculus is a scam. I think Chachito was on Guidebook Gaming's stream, and Nameless's background was the same color as like the video or whatever. And it's like, Nameless is a scam. Like, yeah, people are calling that just a scam. It's just funny. I enjoy it. Alfred Montanar says, I just bought an Oculus Quest 2 yesterday. It's pretty amazing. Wow, that's like a weird. Everyone on the stream bought it within the last couple of days. Fake news. Ozzy. Can't wait till Friday. Scam. Where do you live? I want that car, Oprah. I live in New York right now, on the same coast that Smooches does. I don't know where she lives though. You want that car, Oprah? I don't think I would give away a car. I think that 5-figure giveaway will probably just be tiles. It might be something else. It might be something physical. But again, like it's got to be something that could be used by anyone. You know, like what use is a car for someone that has like a DUI and they can't drive? What use is the car for someone that doesn't have their license? Someone that's 15 or they're disabled. So it needs to be something that people that can use whatever. I don't think I'd feel good about giving someone just cash. Although I could write that off. Charitable? Well, yeah. I also have to talk to my lawyer about the trusts that I've made to see which ones would be which ones can be used as charity, which ones can be used as whatever. So I'll keep you guys posted. Earth 2 Wizard said, I live in Taiwan. Every time I hear Taiwan, before this whole China-Taiwan, even though I believe Taiwan is their own country, there's a Rugrats episode where Grandpa Lou finds something that he thinks is French. And then he looks at the label, like, made in Taiwan. I didn't know Taiwan was in France. I don't know why I just think of that, why that sticks out to me. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, John Cena had mistakenly called Taiwan a country, and he had to apologize, saying that it wasn't, and China's his daddy. Heckin' John Cena. You had one child, John Cena. But yeah, China's crazy. They think they own things that they don't. Partly stuff in the South China Sea, partly things like Taiwan. China's a little crazy. We know. Elvin Gui says, thanks. That was my first one too. Oh, that was your first one. Congrats. Many more to come. And Calvin Gui, stick around long enough because Nicole Smith won the other night's giveaway I give out an Earth 2 tile as well. And I guess on this one, who was the last winner? It was Christelle Stroud. Christelle Stroud won the last giveaway. Every giveaway I do is just a free tile in Chavez Topia. Message me on Nicole Smith, who hasn't picked it up yet, and Christelle Stroud for your free tile. So, Calvin, as long as you're a subscriber and you keep on commenting, you could be a winner on here as well. Or 2 fake news, but not for the food. Does Taiwan have bad food? I don't know if I've ever known. Her 2 wizards says everything is a scam. Kelvin Gui says Oculus Rifts for everyone. That might be well, that's too small of a thing because that's only worth not even 4 figures. That's maybe a couple $100s for an Oculus Rift. But maybe that's something when my big card sells and I get, $100 grand into OMI, $100 grand into Bitcoin. Maybe one of my giveaways will be an Oculus Rift. I might do that. Not sure yet. Or two fake news says, at least give us Dashi. We won't want. I will never give. Someone could come in right now, and I only paid like $2,500 for Dashi, but someone could come in right now saying they'll give me 10x that. They'll give me $25,000 for Dashi. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It's too much emotional attachment for me. I can't do it. E2 scam videos are a scam. Preston Ty Anderson, what's going on? Says, in your opinion, what will H2O resource do, and how valuable will it be? Do you think our avatars will drink? I hope our avatars will drink, partly because I want my avatar to be doing what I'm doing. Thank you guys for 15 likes, which is drinking daddy sodas. But also because if you're talking to someone, having something to hold and stir and sip makes conversations less awkward. So I hope that we'll be able to drink with our avatars. But as far as H2O, the quote, the water boy, it's high quality H2O. Water, the fresh water they have as a resource. If it is a true one-to-one thing of Earth, that's probably going to be one of the most important resources. It's actually the first resource that you see. It's fresh water. Something that might be able to be like, okay, you need these to grow food. You need these to grow whatever. You need these to take care of your living organisms that are your avatars or are the animals that you get or breed or create. So I think that's going to be one of the most important resources. And oil is down low on that list. If you look at it, freshwater's first. I don't know if oil's last on that list or gold or either way, freshwater's first. I think that's going to be a big part. And that's not exactly why I chose Antarctica as the megacity. But that's a very nice, happy accident because 70% of the Earth's fresh water in Earth 1 is in Antarctica. And if they do a one-to-one map, then we're all going to be sitting very, very pretty in Earth 2. How valuable will it be? Right now, I can make a guess that it'd be the most valuable out of on that list just because it's number 1, but that's just speculation, just a guess. Joseph S. The scam videos are making the rounds. Thoughts? I've had a bunch of thoughts on these. I've had a bunch, pretty much my last 4 or 5 videos, streams and videos have been on this. So definitely go check those out. And basically what I have deduced is that a lot of people are just doing it for money. A lot of people that they're just hopping on the train or through the scam. They basically, Fry made a video and then the other person made a video and then every other people have basically just repeated what those two have said, not really doing any of their own research. Although one person did do 2 hit pieces and then the third video was like them saying, actually, these developers have worked on other things and basically just kind of corrected himself. So kudos to that guy, whoever that guy was. But it's good for the hobby because you see a lot of these people that have 100,000, 400,000 subscribers. They go and they release that video to that many people, 40,000 people watch it. Not all 40,000 people are stupid. You have a bunch of people that are going to say like, okay, well, I'm going to research this for myself because they know as intelligent humans, these YouTubers that call everything a scam for a living, okay, they have a vested interest in calling these things scams. So these people are going to go and do their own research because they're smart, they're intelligent, and they're going to say, okay, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. And they're going to rush to buy as much land as they can. Hopefully, they listen to my videos, they buy in Chaveztopia, and they buy in other places and bring those resources, in essence, into Chaveztopia. Kelvin Gui gives me a heart. Thanks, Kelvin. Alfred Montaner says, there was only 3 Oculus Quest 2 at my local Best Buy left, and some other guy was behind the cage waiting for the store clerk to open it. I was almost thinking of buying them to flip for Christmas. Yeah, you could do that too. I guess Christmas is not too far away. It's not right around the corner, but some people like to get it done in October, November. Some people do it at Christmas Eve because they're crazy. The good thing about not having any family near you is that you don't have to buy anyone Christmas presents. And honestly, last year I pretty much said, I'm poor now, not getting anyone presents. I don't expect presents from anyone else. I don't do that. I think it actually pains me to buy. And again, going back, I'm unleashing some Chavez trauma right now. Back in the day, where for those that don't know, I was adopted, and people that adopted me, One of them said like, "Oh, hey, yeah, because my birthday is right around Christmas, and I'll get money for my birthday. You better use some of that money to get me a Christmas gift, and half of my money would go to that Christmas gift." And I'm still salty about that. And that is when I swore I would never be like, I would never be poor, I'd never be like them. I would never have half my savings wiped out by a Christmas gift. And why I'm still salty about like, okay, is the other 364 days out of the year where you show love and appreciation, does that not mean anything anymore? Because you don't want, like, I would much rather give that, and I do. I give a sizable donation to Best Friends Animal Society every single year around that time because nope, it's all going to charity. I don't care if it's in other people's names. Do it in someone else's name, but that's what I do. So anyway, trauma unloaded. Moving on. Earth2 Wizard said food in Taiwan is awesome. I haven't been. I wanna know. E2 Fake News says and a lot more. John Doe says, imagine if all water tiles bought was the fresh water we were allowed and we all needed it. Water tiles will shoot up in price. All water tiles bought water tiles. Well, a lot of the water tiles are international. So international is like $7 a tile. I want to say how much more can that go up, but also not all of that is fresh water. A lot of that, if you go on the East Coast, especially in New York at Jones Beach, or even after Manhattan, yeah, you don't want to drink that water. You don't want to, that is not fresh water. Maybe water coming from, yeah, no, I don't even know. Maybe some of the Great Lakes, maybe near Alaska, North and South Pole, yeah, but a lot of the water is really not drinkable in the ocean. Despite what Nestle will probably say this. Nestle will probably say that there's no drinkable water. Only they can supply drinkable water. Hate Nestle. I hate them so much. Need water for cement. That's true too. But yeah, also if they do something like that, and they say, yeah, water tile prices will be, tiles of water will be high because you need fresh water for things. Yeah, that'll probably go to the moon. And yeah, you do need water for cement. You need water for a lot of things. Like let's say if you have a wind farm, or wind turbines, or something with like dams for power. Yeah, same thing. Thank you, Brian Flint, saying hit that like button, guys. Y'all are the best. Speaking of the best, I have Alfred Montaner with that $50 super chat saying use it to buy Omi. I will actually. When last month, Wraithax did the same thing. He gave me, I don't know how much money on that one super chat. It says use it to buy more Omi, and I definitely will. So thank you for that, Alfred Montaner, and you were. When I know you're selling your tiles right now, and it's to buy Omi, but I will make a honorary statue in Chaveztopia to Alfred Montaner. It'll just, I don't know what it'll be. Might be a little bit of marble, but it'll have A.M. on it. Maybe I'll have your full name. Maybe I'll have an A.M. Maybe I'll have A.M. and then Alfred Montaner. I don't know. Alfred Montaner bought this. He bought the whole thing. He owns the whole tile. So that's something that I'll 100% take into account. Like I said, where I've said this before, remember those who are first to believe in you, and call it chit show. All right, I will call it chit show. I hope that doesn't demonetize me by me saying that. Brian Flynn says, we drink water to get our health. Could you imagine? Oh my God, if we drank water in our avatar in the warring world, if that happens, Brian Flint, if we are in the warring world and we need to drink water to get our health back up, and we can only get that water from water tiles or things that give you fresh water, then everybody in Chaveztopia is going to be so heckin' rich. Antarctica will go through the heckin' moon. Oh my God. I don't even imagine. I can't even imagine. God, that's so incredible. R2 Fake News says, go by Oculus, Brian. Brian Flynn says, Avatar hit points? In the warring world, definitely. I think that's a definite strong possibility. Because again, even in a lot of shooters, you don't go down with one hit to the shoulder. Either headshot, yeah, or maybe, but no, a lot of even shooters, you have hit points, and with this game, I don't think it's going to be as hardcore as like Call of Duty or even Fortnite or whatever. But yeah, it'll probably take a couple shots wherever you are. Thank you guys for 20 likes, to go get you down. And if that happens, let's say you snag even a ricochet going off, somewhere else and hitting you, then you're looking at drinking a little bit of water. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Oh my God, I hope they do that. That would be so intensely insane. Yeah, Brian Flint. Vittoria Jean Pascal says, do we know yet if resources will be sold at a fixed price or if they will be traded on a market? It might start off at a fixed price, but no, that's something we're going to be able to trade amongst ourselves. That's something we're going to be able. I don't think the good thing about it is because there's only 8 resources right now, no one's going to be able to corner the market. What is going to happen is that in the future, if you have a tile that doesn't produce anything, keep that tile because that every tile will produce something. But if a tile does not produce anything at this moment, keep it because it's going to produce something later that is going to be one of the most valuable things in the game. So there are going to be other tiles that I don't know how many there are going to be. Maybe 1,000, maybe 10,000, maybe 100, where it's going to produce something that everyone's going to want. And what I'm going to do, again, just my strategy, letting you guys know, let's say it's something called, I don't know, rareable, or I'm trying to think. Let's say it's a taco. Yeah, because let's say it is a taco resource, and there's only 1,000 taco tiles. I will pay, I don't know how much money for each of those, because there's only 1,000 of them, or 100 of them, whatever. Yeah, I'll pay $10 per tile. But even still, that would probably go for $100 or $1,000 for a tile, because that's something that everybody wants, and you get that. It might even be more. I think that one tile, wherever it is in the world, would probably go for $1,000. Just because if that's one thing, one tile out of, let's say, 1,000, if we have even 100,000 people, which is nothing, only 1% of those people can get that, and that's not going to fly. There's going to be so much demand for that, and that's, again, only if there's 100,000 people. We already have multiple times that, and that's before this game's even translated into other languages. That's before actual big names and big whales get into this game. So let's say we have even 1 million people. Okay, well, 10,000 would be 0.1%. That's 0.01% of people that could get that. Even if I can get like 5, I would pay $1,000 each for those. Just because it's so rare, and that type of rarity is invaluable in order to get that, which everybody wants. Oh my God, yeah. But again, that I could be tripping with the only 1,000 of them, but even at 10,000, still not a lot. Oh, but yeah, they'll be. We'll trade them. There will be a fixed price where you can buy them from Earth 2 themselves, and we'll be able to trade amongst ourselves. E2 Fake News says, be real, Randy. How many decades do we have to wait until you actually can play this game? Don't be a scammer. I mean, depends what you mean by play. I consider it playing right now when I go and look at it and I have fun. And tile art, same thing. Tile art is fun, and I consider that playing. But as far as mining, we're going to get Earth 2 this year. I mean, Phase 2 this year. So, could be next month, could be this month, could be the end of the year. I don't know. But we are definitely going to be able to do that this year. Earth 2 Wizard said, Roger, I saw those 3 videos. Oh, okay, it was Roger. All right, gotcha. Earth 2 Review said, maybe the Oculus Quest Pro around Christmas. Yeah, that could be good. Again, I would love it. I'll give us free t-shirts. I don't have free t-shirts to give out. I had the Meow 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 shirt this morning on my stream, and you can buy that. You can buy that down with the link down below. Earth 2 Fake News. Brian Flint says, yeah, as soon as it's available for the game, it is on. Preston Ty Anderson says, do you think an E2 avatar can die/death? If yes, then maybe Essence is the only resource to be reborn, a second avatar, and so on. It could get very expensive if you get whacked a lot. You're right, it could get very expensive if you're bad at the game, or if people decide to target you. But if you do die, yeah, like, again, in the Warring World, you're probably going to die, and you're probably going to respawn. I don't think it would cost anything for you to respawn. I don't see that happening. But just, maybe it might cost you little bit money if you want to. Yeah, that wouldn't be fair either. Because if you die outside, so you die in the PvP world, you go outside, and then they give you the option, you can go back in, just pay an extra $5 or whatever. That's not fair because some people will go and do that. So for some people, $500 is nothing, so they can go in 100 times, die as many times as they want, and they can just outspend somebody else, and that's, that's not fair. So most likely when you die, you'll just be respawned in your home, one of your tiles. You'll probably be, if you don't have any tiles, you might just be respawned randomly somewhere in the world. We don't know. Oh, it has been an hour. So let us see what we've got here. For the hour, let's say we have... Don't wanna grow up, I wanna get out. Hey, take me away, I wanna shout out. Take me away, 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 away. That was from Freaky Friday. Earth2 Fake News says, how is Aria doing? How many money did he lose on After Earth? Aria Realty actually he made a lot of money on After Earth. Not a lot, probably a couple $1,000, give or take, but he did make that. And if you go to Meta Earth, take a look at who's number 2 in Meta Earth. Something that I had mentioned before at the beginning of my stream. Meta Earth is something that I am watching closely. I have not invested because I don't know who the developers are. Nobody knows who the developers are yet. The company is based in Singapore, but Aria Realty, the big risk taker that he is, has put a couple of grand and is currently the number 2 player in Meta Earth. So if you want to follow him, as you've done with After Earth and Earth 2, you're totally more than welcome to. I have not invested anything yet because, again, I don't know who the developers are. I don't know anything about it. But I like that they have not contacted me, whereas After Earth and VPark and so many other places have contacted me. Earthium has contacted me also. I like people that don't contact me, that don't take that out of context. I like companies of games that aren't trying to poach YouTubers from Earth 2. Not that I work for Earth 2, I don't. I like them trying to go out on their own and do stuff. And this was actually one that I respect a little more, that they didn't do that because they are trying to separate themselves a little bit, even though it looks like pretty much like After Earth. It looks like something that was modeled after Earth 2 or After Earth. It's just, but again, Aria Realty, to my knowledge, hasn't lost money in anything ever, I don't think. He's been very, very savvy. Very, very good. Again, Alfred Montaner, thank you so much for that $50 super chat. I want to see what is your profile picture Doug Funny with a beard? Let me know what your profile picture is. Keep grinding, call it shit show, take care. It won't. All right. Good looks, Alfred Montaner. Brian Flint says, we will see. I'll hold my gems. Keep it up. In every city, Brian Flint says, rare tiles, eh? Yeah, I know. We shall see those rare tiles and everything that we have. I'm very, very excited for Phase 2. I don't know when it's going to come. I don't know. It could be this month. It could be December. I have said before it could be next year. I guess it still could, but when asked about it, said, hey, are we still going to get Phase 2 this year? Shane said, abso-heckin-lutely we will. So Shane is very, very not concerned about it. There's a couple of things that just need to be wrapped up. Again, I am still a believer. I'm a subscriber to the camp that 7-figure deal that Earth 2 had was to buy the drone video game. Just to have their team of developers on and so forth. So I look forward to seeing what their announcement is on that. Hopefully, I'm correct. Earth2 Fake News says, bye, Randy. It was fun. Let us know when you come. Love to you. And don't forget our free t-shirts. You know what, Earth2 Fake News? When I am in Europe, in Switzerland, we can go somewhere and I will buy you guys something. Maybe a free t-shirt. Maybe a drink. Maybe I gotta sneeze. Oh God, bless me. Bye, Randy children. Goodbye, Earth2 Fake News. Totally mention me in your videos. I love that. I love the free publicity. Yeah, I love this whole community. This whole community is amazing. It's very fun, and I hope it doesn't change. I hope it only changes for the better. Oh, why, thank you, Junior Sanchez. Come to Europe wherever we are there. I will be there next year. I don't know what months, but I will. Minimum a month I'll be there. I'll be visiting. I know Austria and I know Germany. Probably gonna do. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when the time comes. But I am gonna bounce for now. I do have to. A lot of stuff to do. Ethan Youngberg says, "Are you scared that some random company is going to swoop in, like Meta Earth, and somehow beat out Earth 2?" No. The only risk I see is really just if the game is a bust. I don't see risk. Facebook maybe in like a couple of years might do something like that, but I think Facebook might just have like their own thing. Like it's just going to be something that they have separate. That's not going to try to take over. It's just going to have their own little piece of the market, and you connect it to Facebook or whatever. I don't see them really taking over. I don't think anyone can right now. They don't have the clout. They don't have, like, in order to do that, they would have to win over all of Earth 2's followers in conjunction with millions of other people, which maybe Amazon, Apple, but I don't see them doing that. I don't see them getting into that. Facebook would be the only one that could probably get into that space and be successful. Google maybe, but I would say Facebook over Google. That's just my opinion. But even then, if they do that, it'll be years down the road. Love, bro. Love E2 fake news. Preston Tyner says, I think when E2 launches Platinum, there's going to be some happy campers. Night, night. Maybe. Very possible. Ooh, my hip. You're the best, Randy. Oh, thanks, Ethan Youngberg. I try my best. I really do. Brian Flynn says, good chat. Cheers, bro. I believe they will link your Facebook into Earth 2. That's something as well. If Earth 2 is going to be a social media platform, they might as well, similar to what they did in The Office with Woof, where they, you post on one thing, it posts everywhere. I think they might have that in Earth 2, where you post something in Earth 2 and you have the option to also post to Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or WhatsApp. Even though Facebook owns WhatsApp and Instagram, that's probably what's going to happen. So I hope. Again, I think Earth 2 will also IPO at some point, probably the mid-2020s. They had the chance to IPO earlier, like last year, but they didn't. So yeah, I'm excited about that as well. Cheers to everybody. I'm going to bounce now because I am very tired. Alex Makuch says, U.S. largest meat producer shut down due to cyber attack. Oh my God, I saw that also. So I saw the Roby1 Kenobi. Thank you so much for the thumbs up and everything. You commented on my stuff. Yeah. First it was the gas. Now it's the meat. Good night, Junior Sanchez. Yeah, it has been a crazy, crazy time. So the price of meat is about to go through the roof. And unfortunately, when I'm about to go to Washington, Charles Schwab told you it's coming. The big one is next. Whatever happens, this is why I'm investing in Bitcoin. Mass inflation is going to happen. Yeah, Bitcoin is one of the only hedges against that. That's why I've invested as much into Bitcoin as I have into OMI, because I believe in Bitcoin's the hedge against the dollar. OMI is just for the future, because that's what it's going to be. And again, collectibles, a little bit of a higher end market. Crystal Strauss says, getting here more than an hour late. I may have to rewatch the stream. Hope you won big on your trip. I did not win big on my trip. I lost, but it's fine. It's fine. I had fun. I had a nice weekend with the girlfriend. We had a great time. I love her. She's great. I love her so much. She's my bae. And yeah. So anyway, guys. So Christelle Stroud, you actually won a giveaway. So contact me afterwards for that. Junior Sanchez, I'm all in on OMI and the collectibles. Yeah, I'm in on that also. So again, you have the Bitcoin is what I'm doing as a hedge against the dollar. I have OMI because that's attached to Veve, which is it's an innovative company that's very vertically integrated, that is disrupting multiple industries. And then I have a bunch in Earth 2, which again, in the next 20 years, what do you think the world is going to look like? The world is not, as much as boomers and Gen X wish it would, it is not just going to revert back to the 80s, to the way it was, like me, the latchkey kids, the last of the Mohicans, the last of the kids that went outside and wasn't told to come back until the streetlights came on, where we said, all right, bye, Mom, I'm going to Chuck's, I'll see you later. Okay, bye. We were the last generation that we didn't need to have cell phones because parents weren't these helicopter parents. I need to know where my kid is at all times. And I get it. I do. Like, you want to make sure you know where your kid is at all times. And you worry, but back in the day, you didn't worry. You didn't. My grandma didn't worry when I ran down to the market to pick up, whatever. My mom didn't worry when I ran down the block to see my friend Frankie or wherever. She didn't know where I was. Where I went after Frankie's, we'd go down with my friend Chuck's, playing kickball. My friend Patrick, we're playing frisbee. We're always out doing stuff. As much as, boomers and Gen X idolize that time, and I do to a point as well, it's not going back there. What did Joker say to Batman? You've changed things. Virtual reality and NFTs have changed lives. The internet has changed. Like, this is virtual reality and NFTs is internet 2.0. That is what's happening right now, and we are getting in on the ground floor. This will make so many millionaires. I guarantee it. Crystal Stroud says, yay, that's awesome. I'm working, so I'll reach out to you in a little bit. No problem, Crystal Stroud. I'll probably be sleeping, so wait till tomorrow. Union Sanchez says, agreed 100%. Yeah, I don't... and that's why I've over-leveraged myself to put into, OMI and Bitcoin and Earth 2 the way that I have. Again, my voice is gone. I gotta go. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I'm gonna go and drink some water. All right. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow. Goodbye, Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. And also, thank you, Alfred Montaner, for the $50 super chat. That is amazing. No problem, Family Camping. I'm going to leave you with... You're on the phone with your girlfriend, she's upset, she's going off about something that you said, and she'll never know your story like I do. I'll leave you guys with Taylor Swift. Goodbye, everyone. I'll catch you all later. Say bye-bye, Dashi. And thank you, Alfred Montaner, for that $50 super chat. I love you all. Goodbye, guys. Meow, meow. Great stream, HD Rock Online. Meow, meow.